This is David Holloway, founder of Hunting Greatness, and I want to welcome you to a very special interview I'm doing with Alan Branch. He's going to be sharing some real secrets, wisdom, and a little bit on his journey. But first, I want to thank you for taking the time out to listen to this, and I hope you find it valuable.
Alan's a Michigan man to the NFL.
Being on a big stage, it doesn't get too much better than this.
An American sport is set for Super Bowl 40. It feels like it's right leg and Super Bowl.
He's got to make a play. Got to intercept one.
All right, everybody, we're here with Super Bowl champ, Alan Branch, my man.
What's up?
With the Patriots, home team. I've been Patriot my whole life. I'll show the clip of the football. But big Boston City, my mom's side of the family loves it. So how do you feel being Super Bowl champ? Does it give you kind of a swag now that you got?
You know, for the first week, it probably gave me a good swag. You know,
Yeah.
It felt like nothing could touch me. I drive around. I had my nice old school car. I was driving around for a while, even though the plate wasn't on the car. I felt like no one could touch me for a little bit. But you know, after that first week, everything kind of wound down for me and got back to reality. And you know, I'm more proud of being a father than I am with anything with the Super Bowl. So I got back to reality with that.
Definitely, yeah. Me and Alan, we go back. We've been friends. We used to drive to camp together. So we have some history. Rookies together in 07. 07. But getting back to it, the last play of the game, when it was second and one, what was kind of going through your head at that moment?
Man, honestly, there wasn't enough time for anything to really be processing in my head because I had to run from the 40-yard line all the way on the field for the goal line stand. Me thinking that it's going, you know, they're going to run the ball, obviously, because Marshawn. I mean, I think the shortest run that he had that day was maybe 2 yards. So, you know, my heart was pumping. You know, thinking that, you know, don't let it be on me.
Right.
You know, if he's going to score, just don't let it be on me and make sure I do my job. So I went out there, you know, got my little goal line stands and saw that the offensive lineman was kind of light in his stands, looking like he was kind of in a pass blocking stance, and kind of looked funny. But I wasn't gonna let him trick me, so I still dug in there. And once they snapped the ball, he kicked back. So I just tried to get back there and get, you know, some pressure on Russell. And once he threw the ball over my head, I turned back, seen my man Malcolm catch that ball out of nowhere. Man, I'm telling you. If you don't believe me, I'm telling you, I ran a 4.340 from the 10-yard line all the way to the 50. I was so excited, man. It was one of the better experiences in my life, outside of, you know, my children and everything. But
it was awesome.
Yeah, it was
I bet you did run a 4.3. We're gonna get the clips of that. See if we can get a time in real time. See if you got the 4.3. Well, that's awesome. I remember when I was watching it, and everybody around thought it was game over, but when that pick happened, and one of the things I say and other people say is there's football gods, and the gods just didn't want it there. The Patriots were just supposed to win that one for whatever reason. Awesome game, and what a finish, man. You played for Seattle before that for a couple of years. Seattle's just an awesome place to play, and just a really awesome place to have your career. How did it feel playing your old team and a lot of your old friends? Was it weird? Was it just you were in game mode at that point, or?
You know what? I've been in the league so long that I've played against so many different friends from different teams. You know, I don't think there's a team that I don't know somebody on right now just because I've been in the league so long. So it's not too weird playing against them. It was kind of, you know, the part that kind of got me was, you know, I started in Arizona, where the Super Bowl started, where it was played at, against my old team with the Patriots. So it kind of went full circle, and I still live in Arizona. So like it just seemed like everything was meant to be, just like you said, the football gods. It was it was meant to be for us to have one of the best Super Bowl games ever that I've seen or even played in, you know, and just you know, have all that come full circle and have us, you know, get another W. So it was pretty awesome.
We leave off. Yeah, full circle. So we both started in Arizona. It's a special place, Arizona, especially wherever you first start off. I think is a special place.
Definitely.
And your rookie year, I think, feels the longest, and by far out of any year. And it's kind of the most special because it's your first on the next level. So same thing with me, Arizona. Just you can see how nice it is now. But actually, it's kind of cloudy, but it's winter time. So all you Patriots fans,
y'all snow and I'm in some shorts.
Let me take this off real quick just to feel more comfortable. So, yeah, Arizona is a really special place, and awesome that you guys could bring it home for Patriots. Talk about a little bit after the game, what you kind of did after the game, then going to the parade and how that was.
I mean, after the game, I did 1 million. It seemed like I did about 2 hours worth of interviews. I didn't get out my shoulder pad. And I actually had an opportunity to hold my daughter while I was answering some questions, and we had a couple pictures of that, which was pretty awesome. And just where we were at that point it was a special moment, and just really I was honestly just thinking about my wife and my kids and how much they did for me in this one season. It just put that much more faith in my marriage and my family, just because, you know, my wife was the rock for me, like for real, the rock for me for this season, because I was doubting myself for quite a bit, a couple weeks during that season, and when I was doing those interviews, I was thinking about her a lot and about my kids a lot, and the things that drove me to keep working hard. So those are the things I was thinking about.
That's awesome. A lot of people don't understand the families behind the scenes, what kind of happens with all the travel and all the things being in a new city. You don't know where you're going to be, and getting the kids in different schools. So there's a lot that goes into it. So I think that's perfectly, I mean, after a big game like that, I think you want to celebrate it and think about and be around family, because those are special people you want to share a special moment with.
I mean, those are the people I play for, you know, like the reason why I play hard is for them, and you know, being able to celebrate with them for such a great, you know, win and celebration. It was awesome to have them there. My family, my parents were all there, and we all went back to the team hotel, and you know, Kraft had Rick Ross there, the boss there, and he had Pitbull and Darius Rucker, and you know, we had a good time at the hotel, you know, listening to some good music and kind of just hanging out. You know, a lot of the guys on the team, it was a young team, so all the guys are on stage with Rick Ross, like dancing around, and they're trying to get me up there. But, you know, I was just in the moment, just hanging out with my wife and my brother and my cousins, you know, just soaking it in.
So after that, you got to fly. There's a big snowstorm. So the parade got delayed, then you went to talk about the parade a little bit and how that went.
Man, the parade was awesome. We were downtown Boston for the parade, and shoot, I was expecting the parade to be maybe like 20, 30 minutes. The parade went 2.5 hours, I think. I think 2.5 hours. We went, I think they said 6 miles all throughout, and we're driving maybe, you know, 8, 10 miles per hour and waving at the fans, and it was freezing, and I'm telling you, man, I'd never seen so many people out in the streets. And the Boston fan base and sports fans in that area is so incredible. You know, I've never been in a city where the fans are so passionate about their teams, and it was awesome to get that win for them. You know,
a lot of people don't understand how much the fans really that players feed off of, and which I grew up in. I know all about the Red Sox, Bruins, Celtics, Patriots crew, BC crew. I mean, they're just some awesome fans to be around. What do you think throughout that year and that chemistry, that group, and what made you guys become champions? Was it something a little different? Did things click at a certain time, or what do you think? Kind of.
I definitely think things clicked at a perfect time. Just seeing like how the structure of the way the success happened was probably the most biggest thing that I saw that made us win. Just the coaching structure all the way down to the leaders, with the veterans all the way down to the young guys, because we had a really young team. So, you know, Belichick definitely knows how to, you know, press the buttons, get you going, and make sure, you know, you're ready to play for that game. And do your job the right way. And Belichick, he expects a lot from his teammate or his team. We had to know. I mean, there's a couple times we basically had to know what a certain player's favorite food was. Like, the Patriots were definitely the most detail-oriented team I've ever been on in my life. Like, it was basically homework before going into that first meet. And I've never been a part of a team where we had to do that. And, you know, I think that helped out a lot just because we knew our opponent really well. And I've never known an opponent that well since I've been in the league. And going on from the coaching down to, you know, the veteran leadership, like Tom is one of the better guys I know in the league just because, you know, he's got the superpower, the superstar power that he has, and yet he still talks to every single person on the team.
Malcolm! Are you kidding me? Hey, what a play! You're unbelievable, man. Way to go.
He'll talk to you. He's going to include you. He's going to try to motivate you to play and practice better and help the team do better. And, I mean, I saw that from day one. I mean, Tom went straight up to me, and it was easy with him because we both went to the same college.
Yeah, Michigan.
Yeah, so he came up and talked, and we clicked pretty quick. And honestly, the rest of the team right after that, we clicked quick, and it wasn't a clicky team. I think that was the biggest thing that helped us as a team. The offensive linemen talking to defensive linemen. The DBs, receivers, like, it wasn't no clicks. Like, everybody socializes with everybody. And I think that really helped us out as a team as well. So the veteran leadership from Tom to all the guys that are, you know, 8 years plus, you know, talking to the young guys, telling them, you know, what to expect or things like that, what to look for on film watch and all that stuff. I think that was probably the biggest reason the team turned everything around.
You talked about Tom a bunch. Is he the best quarterback you've played with on the team?
I mean, it's hard to say. I mean, I played with 3 great quarterbacks. I played with Kurt Warner.
Yeah, my favorite.
Yeah, by far my favorite before I got to Seattle and obviously the Patriots. So, I mean, him, just his leadership, he ran practice basically because, you know, the way the coaching staff set things up there, as you know, wasn't the greatest. So Kurt definitely ran things, and he talks to everybody just like Tom did. So he's a real personable guy. So he was a great quarterback, and the way he played on the field was awesome as well. And his deep ball, by far, no one's touching it. His deep ball was killing everybody else's.
And it was pretty too.
It was pretty. I love watching it. I used to mimic him during practice. I don't know if you remember. I'd be like, Kurt, here's your throwing motion, because he had such a quick throwing motion. So
that's something that just set him apart too. The ball comes out.
It comes out so quick. So the DB didn't have time to react to it, and then, you know, my other favorite quarterback was Russell. I was there his rookie year when no one expected him. He was a 6th round, 7th round pick.
Yeah, he was down.
Yeah, so he came in. You know, we're expecting Flynn to play because we got Matt Flynn from the Packers. And they're expecting him to start the season. He got paid pretty well, and we were playing the preseason, and we just saw Russell play, and everybody knew he was special right off the bat. You know, he was a special type of player, special type of leader. And the leadership qualities he had as a rookie was by far just amazing. Because I'm in there my 6th year in the league, and I'm looking at him for leadership basically at sometimes of the game because he's so poised, and it's so easy to look to him for, you know, some type of leadership. So he was a great leader for as young as he was, and just seeing him juking everybody, playing tag, like, oh, can't get me, you know.
That's the thing, is the defense is probably fun to watch. Let's watch what Russell does.
Yeah, I mean, I'm telling you, when the coaches are going over, you know, the adjustments on the sideline, the whole defense is looking at the screen. And you see it during the Super Bowl and the whole year this year, too. Like, the whole defense doesn't even pay attention to what the coaches, because it's so exciting to watch Marshawn and him just, you know, doing their thing. And I swear, this guy has to be the best tag player on earth, because the way he could set you up to go a different direction is amazing. And plus, he could put the ball. He doesn't make mistakes. He puts the ball on the money, and, you know, he doesn't take sacks that he doesn't need to take. He throws the ball away, and he's just a smart young player, which I've never seen at that age. And then Tom, I mean, this guy goes 34, you know, 42. Every game. Like, it's hard to beat that. And the guy, he great leader. He's the one that's, you know, talking to the team before and after the games, pumping everybody up.
Right.
You know, if somebody's down during the game, he's talking to them. You know, he's not a guy that's gonna, you know, motherfuck you or anything, like get on your nerves or anything. He's a guy who's always positive, and you know, he's a great leader in that aspect. And honestly, between those three, I can't give you a favorite, just because those three are just the rawest, best quarterbacks I've seen and played with in person. You know, it's hard to choose from.
Yeah. Well, that was a great answer. And two things that stood out. Well, I know Kurt really well, so that kind of stood out with me. But the thing that kind of stood out from that was just being a rookie, especially a 6th-round pick, coming in and having that leadership ability right away. I mean, that's just something in him. It's just something special.
Yeah, it doesn't happen. It doesn't happen at all.
Because, I mean, like you said, you were 6th in, and, you know, he's just coming in and everybody's looking up. I'm sure he's going to be doing what he does for a long time.
For a long time. He doesn't take many shots, so he could definitely be in this league for a long time doing the same thing.
Yeah, he never gets touched, right? He's always making people miss.
Yeah. Never takes heavy shots.
So, yeah, shout out to Russ in Seattle and all the great quarterbacks. Great answer. Well, let's stick to the quarterbacks for a second. Is there anything from each one? Is there anything they said to you personally that kind of stands out?
I wouldn't say there is something that they said, more so than their energy. You know, I'm a big energy guy. I like feeding off someone's energy. If I see someone playing hard or doing what they need to do, but in that much harder with effort, you know, I see that and I feed off it, and I wanna go out there and give them that much effort and show them that, you know, you could feed off me too. You're not the only one. Like I'm playing hard too. Like I want you to see that you can feed off me just as much as I'm feeding off you. So all three of those guys, like their energy, they're all basically the same. They have great energies. All those guys are never negative, and they're just great to have as your leader on the team.
2 last questions. First one is, I love talking about training because that's how, especially in today's game and any kind of sports entertainment, there's a lot of behind-the-scenes training. So, favorite place to train, if you do have a favorite workout partner, those 2 questions.
My favorite place to train is in a basketball gym.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm so big, man. Like, I'm not a guy that lifts a lot just because if I lift, I'm already 350, 60 pounds. You know, if I lift, I'm going to wind up being like 400 pounds. So I don't like to get too bulky. I'm so strong and big as it is that I like to work on my agility more so and my footwork like that. And basketball is usually the best answer for that.
Fun.
Yeah, and it's fun. You know, you're getting cardio and you're doing all these things, but you're not even thinking about it because you're playing a sport and kind of just having a good time. So that was probably my best workout, and best workout partner would probably be my brother. You know, we haven't worked out often, but I mean, me and my brother get along better than anyone else. So it's always fun hanging out with him.
And don't let the size flee. He's playing point guard in high school. They said he's dribbling up that 6'6" or 300+ pounds. Believe it or not, he could break dance too. I don't know if you believe it.
Yeah, I could pop like a little bit, you know.
But just take my word for it. As big as he is, the man can move. Last thing is when we were, since you brought it up earlier, we were talking about, you saw the picture of the sack that I had against San Diego. You were right there on the field with it. So just seeing it again and being there, right there on the field, what do you kind of remember about it, and what do you like about it now?
Man, I remember that, you know, I actually had a good rush, man. That's why I was kind of pissed at first because I did a nice little pass rush, and I was getting on the edge with my guy, and then he kind of chipped me where it slowed me up to get to the quarterback, but I still thought I had a chance to get the sack. Now my peripheral, I just see you just launch over Sproles, and like it wasn't just like a launch, it was like you're like parallel with the ground, but like 5 feet off the ground, and like I was like, there's no way he's gonna reach him because you jumped from like 5 yards away from the quarterback as well. I was like, man, he's gonna probably, you know, make the quarterback move, you know, scramble in one direction or the other, and then you just kept flying and you got to him. I was like, that may have been the best move I've ever seen in my life, and it reminded me of what was it, LeVar Arrington's college play that he had, but way more athletic, dude. It was so crazy when I saw that play. I got so excited. I think I was the first one that got to you. I was hitting you in the head. Man, I'm surprised I didn't give you a concussion because I was so excited. I was hitting you heavy-handed and everything, man. That was cool.
Awesome. And to this day, when I come back, people talk about it still and remember it. So I'm happy to share that moment with everybody here. That's really the end of the interview. Super Bowl champ.
Yes, sir.
Any last famous words, Ray?
Go Patriots, go Boston, go Blue. And shoot, man, I appreciate you having me on here, dude. It was a good time, and shoot, I'm glad we got a chance to catch up because it's been a couple of years.
Yeah.
And
So
shoot, we was definitely aces when we first got in this league together. And you know, when you start out and playing football in the rookie year, you know, the guys that you come in with, they're a special group of guys because you go through, you know, all the struggles and things that you have to go through being a football player, a new football player in a new league and a new situation together. We kind of grew together, and I'm glad that we caught back up.
Yeah, me too. Interview done, over and out. Done without.
Peace.
Well, I hope you enjoyed the interview with Alan. I know I did. Man, the Patriots have been such a close team to me for my entire life, so I'm so happy they got to win. So happy for my friend. But the big takeaway in the beginning was that this was more than about football. When he won and everything he played for, he said he did it for his family, for his wife and his kids. That's his grind, and those are the people that he loves the most and plays for. This is so much bigger than just sports and football. This is so much bigger than athletes. This is about hunting greatness in whatever craft that you choose. The next big takeaway I got was from the three leaders, the great Hall of Fame players that he was around. All low picks, but all were very great and some of the best at their craft that probably we'll ever see in our lifetime. I mean, these are three of the best. And he got to compare each team and each leadership style being poised and talking to everybody on the team and making sure you're included and making people raise their game. And he talked about their energy and how he fed off that and it made him raise his game, and all these little gems and secrets that you could apply to any part of your life. And the last thing I got from that is just the connection with friends. I mean, it's really important to do that. We're so disconnected interpersonally, even though we have all these new technologies to connect with people from all over the world. So if there's somebody out there that you haven't connected with a while, that used to be a great friend, or maybe you went through a journey like we did together, reconnect with them. Give them a call. You'll be happy you did. So until I see you again, keep hunting your greatness inside and out.